is one thing to be baby mamaed once, but don't you dare allow another man to baby mama you twice. That is 1000% your fault. At this point, it's a choice. Like my mother came on this podcast and said, by the time you are 22, all the trauma, all the things, if you had the worst parents in the world, if you had the worst experience in the world, by 22, you are adult enough to start correcting it. You had kids young, I get it. Most people have kids young. You don't have to have multiple children and just keep going with all these men that won't commit to you. And then stop teaching that to our daughters. That's the problem. So if you want to say there's a lot of single moms out here, that's the problem. Can we just address the elephant in the room?
I agree.
It is the problem. I am so sick and tired of people trying to pacify the fact that it's just okay to be a single mom. No, it's not.
It's not okay to be a single mom.
I'm so sick and tired of us as black women being single mothers more than anyone. I don't want to have conversations about like, oh, what was your baby mama like? What was your baby daddy like? No. How's your husband? That's what I want to talk about.
That's not the reality for everybody else. People have sex outside of marriage. They end up having babies out of wedlock.
So they already ruined it for themselves.
Because
they ruined it for themselves. Yes, they did.
They definitely did.
They absolutely lowered their wife value on the market because they were frivolous with their body.
All right, she's 100% right. And, you know, the problem is you got the black lady in the background, which we're going to do another clip. The problem is you got women who don't believe they value is Lord. I got another clip before I show this one. I did a Patreon video on this. By the time y'all see this, it'll be released on the Patreon. I did another video. Well, I literally don't have it saved. Let me see if I can find it and post it. But she's 100% right. You did lower your standard on the dating market. That's what I don't understand. Why women don't understand how they believe they didn't lower their market when you bring in another man's kid to the table, especially with a lot of these women sitting here saying, you know, getting exposed for still dealing with their baby daddy still. When there's dudes that have told stories and I walked in on her baby daddy after I took her, her son out or her daughter out for ice cream, and I walked in and the baby daddy, her and the baby daddy was still fooling around. We just did the video. Literally just did the video a couple months ago where the baby daddy was pretty much saying that he found out that he didn't get a graduation ticket because the stepdaughter who he raised since a child, the stepdaughter invited the dad. And he got her an apartment. He took the apartment back and everything. And he got uninvited. To the from the graduation. That's crazy. You know, but they don't think it's a problem. They don't think it reduces their value. You know, they don't think it decreases their value. It does. Guys don't look at y'all the same way. They don't. They look at y'all as a quick hit. So check this out. I found the clip.
The other day, and he's scrolling on Instagram, and he looking at this girl he used to talk to. He's talking about how pretty she is, how, they used to have fun, woo, woo. He like, but I can't do it. I'm like, wow. He's talking about because she got 2 kids now. I'm thinking, well, he has 2 kids, so why the fuck he can't talk to Shawty because she got 2 kids? I say, what wrong with her having 2 kids? Talking about, nah, I can't do it. 2 kids? I can't fuck with a bitch with 2 kids. I say, you think the niggas out here saying that about me? You think they saying they can't fuck with me because I got 2 kids? He talking about, I ain't gonna lie, niggas be saying that. Who's saying it? Who's saying it? I say, you think such out here saying that he can't fuck with me because I got 2 kids? He said, yeah. He said, yeah. My mind's telling me no. But my heart is. He bet the fuck not be saying that shit about me. So I'm talking to my partner.
And to be honest, she know they saying that about her. You hear the kids in the background. You know they saying that about her. So I don't understand, even though she trying to act like it's a parody, it's a joke, or it's a little truth to that joke. Could be a lot of truth to the joke. She acting like, but that's the truth. That's why she can't keep no man. And then a lot of these baby mamas blame their children on why they can't keep a man when it was your decision not to stay with their father. You made the decision twice. And like the girl said in the original clip, oh, it doesn't decrease my value. It does. But then they turn around and say, well, the old girl just said, what did she just say? Well, you got 2 kids. It don't work the same. How the United States work, the mother automatically gets to say so with Uncle Sam on what to do with the kid over the father. The father is powerless. The mother could be a crackhead. The mother could be a danger to their kids, and the state will still give her power. So if he got 2 kids, he don't have the responsibility of dealing with 2 kids. And then a lot of these women love fucking with dudes who fuck bitches. They don't like monogamous dudes. They like to share dick. I can talk about 1,000 examples on real life examples, not internet examples. So yeah, they act like it doesn't, and that's the problem. They don't think it decreases their value, but it does. And they know it does. They know it does. In more than one way. So people be listening to these women, man. They be, man. You can't take. They really don't think it's a problem. They look around. They recreate baby mamas. They pass on baby mama-ism down to their children. You know what I'm saying? They see a problem going on. They act like it's not a problem. Let's keep going.
BS like black men ain't. Stop with the rhetoric, because the truth is, when a black family comes together, there is nothing more powerful. The truth is, if we for 1 second would focus how these other cultures are focusing on coming together, do you know that we were set back over 400 years and we still caught up? Think about that.
I just feel like...
No, don't feel like anything. I need you to hear me.
Okay.
We were set back over 400 years and we still caught up. What is the argument?
A guy asked a group of white people and a group of black people what was their biggest flex. The white people was like, oh, my dad owns one of the largest peanut butter factories. What did the black people say was the biggest flex? Oh, I got a $180,000 chain on.
This goes back to Meg Thee Stallion, because this is the music that little girls are listening to. This goes back to all of these different women that they look at and they think that this is success. No, they're monetarily successful, but they are spiritually bankrupt.
Yeah, being held back 400 years and having this many successful black millionaires. What she's saying is we'd be even more powerful if we had a nucleus, a home front.
Stop saying be.
And she brought up that one girl. She keeps coming in with the most pointless opinions. The most pointless. They said this was a flex. That's because women think it's a flex. They get that from their mothers. Their mothers think a Van Cleef bracelet is a flex. Their mothers think, having a BMW is a flex. Having $1,000 card note is a flex, and their credit ain't shit. Most women think that's a flex. They talking about they make more. They don't do debt to income ratio. They don't even factor that in. They think that's a flex. That's what she trying to say. You need men, but y'all go around, men ain't shit, bashing men. How we gonna be together? And then people historically know we were closer together in slavery. But in general, a lot of women bit the hand that fed them. They turned on black men as soon as, they was free to go get off the plantation. They turned on black men. As much as Brad and Becky was burning down community, a lot of black women was working to get out of the community, get from under the leadership of the community that black men built. People think it just started in this generation because you visibly could see, women doing this, and then you got men that have microphones now that can speak up for themselves. But they was bashing dudes, in the Oprah era, in the 90s, the 80s. They was bashing us, fresh out of bondage. They was trying to go work for Brad and Becky. Just think about this for a minute, right? They fought to be with Brad. Part of their feminism fight was to be able to marry white men. You didn't see black men trying to fighting to marry white women. You didn't see that, because if black men and white women got together, the black men could lose their life. You didn't see it. You didn't see that. They didn't fight for the destruction. They didn't fight for that. So this fight that y'all see, these divestors, and most people in the comment section, most women prefer to be divestors. And then you got a lot of women saying, they act different, perform different for a white man. They more different for. That's always been, bro. Women practice hypergamy. The slave master had power. They like men. Most women like men in power. That is what it is. That's just the biological nature of it. So what you see has damn near always been since we've been drug over to this country or popped up in this country. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And now that is the granocracy now in the black community, you got women who is teaching their kids, their sons and women and their daughters to be emotional and be materialistic. That's it, man. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram. I'm able to just hit the link tree, join the Patreon, subscribe, thumbs up the video. Peace.